Kick it in! The it Kinji-san is referring to is the metal grate serving as an exit, twisting my body inside the narrow passageway. I kick downward with all my might as he told me to. With a loud clang, it falls to the ground inside the Fish of the World booth. What? I can immediately see Saganuma Rieko, shaken by the wire mesh that just fell. She takes a step back from the girl. I jump down, following the momentum of my kick. It's far from a clean landing, but at least I don't hurt my leg. As I straighten myself up, Kinji-san follows behind me. As she becomes aware of a third intruder, Saganuma Rieko takes several more steps, putting distance between us. Ignoring her, I rush to the girl's side. Are you okay? The girl is lying down with her eyes closed, having lost a great deal of blood. Those blank eyes I saw from the other side of the acrylic window are now shut. I place my hand on her chest, trying to find her pulse. I can hear it! With my hand! The sound itself seems to be very quiet. Still, within her soft breast, the resonating vibration is definitely reaching the palm of my hand, which I can hear from. As if in response to my voice, I can hear the girl click her tongue in annoyance. She doesn't seem to have regained consciousness yet, but there's no mistake that she's showing her emotions. You. Even though I know she's alive now, I still can't lose focus. I listen carefully to the conversation Saganuma Rieko and Kinji-san hold as they stand facing each other. Why are you here? Why are you here? Very deep dialogue. Their words cut each other off, leaving only silence between the two of them. Do you know each other? Neither will answer my question. Kinji-san shoves Saganuma Rieko away. With his thick arms and large body, it takes little effort for him to throw her into the wall. Because you're here! Before she can straighten herself up, he grabs her by the collar and thrusts her into the wall with a great deal of force. Having slammed the back of her head against the wall, Saganuma Rieko begins to bleed, leaving traces of blood on the wall that look as if someone dripped a cloth in red paint and scrubbed the wall with it. Good analogy. I like it. It's got blood in it. How's it feel to have your head smashed into the wall, jerk? This is quite different from how it was when Saganuma Rieko was trying to kill the girl. Kinji-san, please help me. Treat this girl for now. He's most likely trying to protect us. Who knows when Saganuma Rieko, who sought to kill the girl without hesitation, will target me? Honestly, I'm afraid of her. I have a terrible gut feeling about her. Still, in this moment, Kinji-san seems to be acting completely out of rage. That is far more terrifying to me. Yeah, you're right, Mayu-chan. Kinji-san slowly straightens his hunched-over body and turns back to me. She looks fine. Gah. Applying pressure to her head, Saganuma Rieko crawls along the floor, moving away from us. She seems to be quite shaken. I suppose that's not unreasonable. There's no way I can sympathize with her, but at the same time, I don't want it to go any further. What is that? As I watch Saganuma Rieko retreat, I sense that bad feeling once more. I quickly recognize what it is. A red, no, almost black drop of light leaks from Saganuma Rieko's body. It doesn't quite act like blood. Well, that's the souls of the angry fish. Drops are leaking from the wound on the back of her head, as well as from the skin on her elbows and knees, worn away from crawling on the ground. Maybe we're gonna learn what the title of the game is about. You know, the sound of drop. The drop of ominous light hovers before being absorbed by the aquarium. I feel as if I'm looking at something I shouldn't be. And that something that shouldn't be happening is... But It's the fact that she appears to be laughing when she leaves the room that bothers me more than anything else. I can't get distracted. Right now, I have to save this girl. Giving this thought voice returns my focus. Even though I said we have to save her, I have no idea what to do at a time like this. At any rate, we have to stop the bleeding. Kenji-san takes a facial tissue from his pocket and wipes away some of the blood. Then he gently lifts her head and applies pressure to the wound with the tissue. He's pressing hard on her forehead. As the blood begins to dry, the original color is indistinguishable, as it has become completely red. Well, I mean, that would work for like mild wounds, but if she suffered any major like head trauma, that's not going to do a lot for her. I mean, I guess it helps, keeps her from bleeding out or whatnot. Having roughly wiped away some of the blood, he removes his outerwear that has blood on it. He folds the parka he removed in order to hide the blood, and lays it on the ground like a pillow. His golden ring looks pretty with his black tank top. There's nothing we can do but wait for now. Her wounds are pretty severe, but even with my own limited emergency treatment, it seems we made it in time, so I'm glad. Will she be okay? She took a really intense blow to the head, so she'll probably be in pain for a while. Her breathing is stabilized though, so she should be fine. Thank you so much, Kenji-san. Upon hearing his words, a sigh of relief slips from my lips. It's no big deal. More importantly, Mayu-chan, you're calling me by my name now. Well, that's... Please, think nothing of it. This one doesn't matter, from what I've heard. I never thought we'd hear this music again. When he went crazy, I called him by name while he was out of it. I thought that Kenji-san would get through to him more than Hiyoshi-san would. But that change had been practically subconscious. That's why having it pointed out to me is so embarrassing. Mayu-chan, it seems we've gotten a bit closer. He's smiling at me as he says this. In order to hide my embarrassment, I puff up my cheeks and have no choice but to pretend to be mad. You're terrible, Hiyoshi-san. Hey, go back. I'll stop teasing you, so bring back that good mood. It's not like I've really upset or anything, though, Baka. Not only did he save me, he saved the girl too. If this were a movie, he would unmistakably be in the position of the hero. Just as I'm thinking I want to hurry up and get off this topic already, it's Kenji-san who changes the subject. So, Mayu-chan, this may not be the best time, but who is this girl? Kenji-san asks as he turns his face in the direction of the girl. The girl's eyes are closed, but her soft breathing continues. Her long hair is tied back, and her clothes are more punk than they are high fashion. She looks like she would prefer a live music club over an aquarium. Well, what would you guess? Her round eyes and soft outline somehow remind me of Mari's appearance. Actually, I don't know either. I met her after I came to this twisted version of Manton Aquarium. I pause for a moment to remember exactly how I met her, then continue speaking. Despite the fact that it hasn't been more than half a day since our meeting, this girl and I have struggled for our lives together. She spoke pretty harshly to me when I saw Himeno, whose body was under attack from parasites. After that, I saved her, and she saved me. Together we researched the secrets of this Manton Aquarium, including the fact that the director here was the victim of a murder. So then, you two know about the incident. Ignoring Kenji-san's suggestive tone, I continue talking about the girl. She wasn't planning to be with me to the end. She steeled herself saying, "If I can learn the truth, then it's okay if I die," and resolved herself to end it on her own. Just as I thought that we had reached an understanding, I was wrong, Surely she felt she couldn't rely on me. If she hadn't called out to me, I wouldn't have risen up to save my best friend. Then this girl wanted to be by herself from the start. I hesitate for a moment, then nod. Mayu-chan, before you met up with me, you've really experienced so much more than I could have imagined. You've come so very close to the truth. Your eyes have taken on such a strong color. So you did know something after all, Kenji-san. I didn't want to scare you all by saying more than necessary. However, it seems I don't have to sugarcoat things anymore. Please tell me about earlier. Your friend Mayu-chan. What condition is Himeno-chan in right now? Oh, your friend Mayu-chan. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, what is... that was confusing. Himeno's entire body is currently being invaded by parasites. According to what Saganuma Rieko said, that breed doesn't normally feed off of their host, but they seem to be attacking Himeno. But this girl said that if I can get Himeno and I out of Manton Aquarium, I might be able to save her because the threat of the parasites only persists while we're inside Manton Aquarium. Yeah, I get it. This girl's pretty sharp. That story's half right, half wrong. Half? What do you mean by that? If you escape this Manton Aquarium, the threat of the parasites will disappear, but the curse itself will remain. Little by little, the life energy will be drained from her body and she will weaken. Well, we definitely had that happen to us. Till she succumbs and dies. Curse? Dies? So I can't save Himeno? I couldn't stop my voice from getting louder. Kenji-san doesn't make an angry face, but he does answer in a stern tone. Calm down and let me finish. This is important, got it? I understand. I hold back my overexcitement as I wait for Kenji-san to continue speaking. This aquarium is in a different dimension, or is a different dimension. Created from the grudge of the murdered director, and the numerous fish culled and killed here. Mayu-chan, you probably remember hearing of it as a parallel world, but it's another world created from negative emotions. It's a world created within the framework of Manton Aquarium. Grudges and energy from souls. Those are occult terms, right? There's definitely some power at work we cannot see. Even now, science cannot prove exactly how our emotions are created. But the power from that is surely involved in the creation of this Manton Aquarium. I've decided to call it the Red Manton Aquarium. You and I, Himeno and that girl there, all of us who have come here are cursed. More accurately, we were lured here by wandering ghosts. When the Red Manton Aquarium was created, it wasn't just by the murdered fish, but by the souls of everyone who died here. People who died here. In other words, I could have become one of them. Oh, excuse me. The slight yawn there. I've been in danger of it so many times. Even now, the probability is still very real. If I hadn't made it to this point, I might not have believed Hiyoshi-san's story. To borrow his words, having reunited in the Red Manton Aquarium, I could have seen it as a joke at first and lost my life without realizing how serious things were here. Really were. Something is luring us here. It may only be one piece of a bigger grudge, but for now, let's refer to them as vengeful spirits. In order to maintain their existence, they need energy. Here within the Red Manton Aquarium, they are constantly trying to supplement that energy. But what if we escape? They'll lose their energy supply. If that were to happen, then the life force of a living human, in other words, the soul, would become their energy. What remains in our bodies would only last about a month. For example, even if we were able to escape, it wouldn't just be Himeno, but all of us who would die within a month. And it's not just that, is it? Where whatever it is might contradict everything you've said, Kinji-san. Could you mean that before our life energy is gone, we have to come back to the Red Manton Aquarium? So that the things possessing us can take some more energy? Mayu-chan, you're clever. Kinji-san says this with admiration, but he doesn't sound the least bit happy. Anyway, you're right. Mayu-chan, you know when it is we need to return, right? The day of the full moon. So the rumor Himeno heard wasn't necessarily mistaken. On top of that, the cycle of the moon lasts for about 28 days. So by coming to the Red Manton Aquarium on the day of a full moon, we won't be killed by the curse. So wait, you're saying for, like, ever, we have to come to the Manton Aquarium once a month? Oh, this is terrible. When there's a full or new moon, the Earth, Moon, and Sun are in conjunction in a straight line. At that time, the moon's pull is at its strongest. You've heard that this is when the ebb and flow of the tides is greatest, right? Yes. Moreover, there are legends that say that the moon gives an illuminating energy to things which normally go unseen. Whether this is to be believed, or the more scientifically sound idea of the moon's effect on magnetic pull, the point does stand that the path to the Red Manton Aquarium is inaccessible on the day of a new moon. What Hiyoshi-san is saying is plenty of guesswork to it, but it's enough to satisfy me. However, it's because of this satisfied feeling that more questions begin to rise. If we can reach the Red Manton Aquarium on the day of a full moon, wouldn't more people have reached it as well? Yet that isn't the case, right? Oh, are you just talking about the deep sea fish booth or something? You know, the thing by the director's office? I don't know. This whole thing doesn't make any sense. I'm hoping the game will explain it. The difference is probably related to fate. People who are tied to Manton Aquarium, or the victims of the Red Manton Aquarium, are lured in as if they are guided by the moon's strengthening pull. I'm connected to Mari. The girl is connected to the director, her father. Himeno's connection is surely to someone pulled into the Red Manton Aquarium. Me. If I think back on it, everyone has their own ties to Manton Aquarium. Hiyoshi-san also mentioned an old acquaintance he hadn't seen in some time. Hiyoshi-san and who? I almost asked, but stopped the words before they came out. Back when he went crazy, he said a girl's name. Maybe it's better for me not to know, and I get the feeling that I don't want to know either. Kinji-san, how do you know all this? My experience and my deductions. Also filling in gaps with the fragments of information you girls have given me, Mayu-chan. Kinji-san heaves a small sigh, then continues. Well, your guesses so far have been on point, though I'm not just trying to maintain my life energy, but find a way to break the curse. That's why I've come back to the Red Manton Aquarium over and over again. Ah, so he has been here before. So that's what it is, that he has to come back in order to keep from, you know, dying, basically. Losing his life force. I guess he gets like a new lease on it for another month or something. This time I had no luck either. But in order to have a next time, we need to get Himeno-chan and escape quickly from the Red Manton Aquarium. And one more thing that you should know, Mayu-chan. You should know the truth of the murder that took place in Manton Aquarium. The criminal who killed the director was Saganuma Rieko. Huh? That girl. She's probably the director's daughter. Her primary motive was probably to learn the truth. It was most likely because she found the truth that Saganuma Rieko tried to kill her. Putting it like that, perhaps there could be no greater motive for her almost being killed. Erasing her from this world. The ultimate method of shutting her up. On top of that, killing her inside the Red Manton Aquarium would mean no one would see it, and no evidence would be left. If she really is trying to kill that girl, then that's completely unforgivable. My anger is greater than my shock. A human killing even one person is a sin that cannot be atoned for, piling on other sins to conceal that first sin. Repeating such a cycle ensures such a person has no future. I turn to Kinji-san and speak with a firm tone. Compared to the cool way he told me all these facts, I'd probably come off as angry. I'm so sorry. I yelled even though you didn't do anything wrong, Kinji-san. After I say this, I realize that he probably purposely withheld any expression of emotion while he was telling me the facts. That's the difference between an adult and a child. Remembering the way Kinji-san looked when he shoved Rieko-san, I empathize with how enraged he must have been feeling. It's fine. From this point on, we'll have to be calm and make our decisions based on facts. So it's better to vent your anger now. Kinji-san says this with a stern expression. I understand right away that what he's saying is important, so I wait for him to continue. We should leave this girl here. That was not what I expected him to say. Huh? But that's... even if you seem to have done what you could for her, her injuries still haven't healed. If we leave her, what will happen to her? Well, we went to all that trouble to rescue her. If that's how you feel, then why? Try to look at it from the other way around. At the very least, she's received first aid. I don't get it at all. If we saved her, then we should at least... There are two reasons. After hearing what you told me, would Himeno-chan really be able to walk on her own? With your physique, it would be impossible for you to take Himeno along and escape. You would definitely run into danger. The only one who would be able to run or jump with Himeno on their back is me. What if I had this girl piggyback ride on me? It's the same thing. Surely, for example, if we were chased by something, you wouldn't be able to run, Mayu-chan. He says all of this so curtly, I can't really argue with him. There's one more reason. Do you think this girl really wants to run away from the aquarium? That's... Mayu-chan, how much do you know about her? She's okay with dying if it means she can ascertain the truth. That kind of resolve isn't forged in a day. Surely this girl has been searching for a long time for the identity of her father's killer. She's finally found it. She might have been knocked down once, but I'm sure that she wants to face the killer once more. I don't know whether she wants some sort of remorse or some sort of public punishment. But having finally reached the truth, I doubt she wants to run away. If she really had decided to go it alone, she probably wouldn't have even accepted the first aid we did provide. In this girl's eyes, we've probably done more than enough. Kinji-san's tone of voice is steadily becoming more forceful. So we've finally reached the heart of the matter. It's time for you to make your decision. I won't force you. Do you want to continue? Yes. Then let's go together. We'll leave this girl here, go back to where Himeno-chan is, and the three of us, myself, you, and Himeno-chan, will escape together. 1 month from now, the three of us will have to return here, but I figured out how to get back in. I think it's a pretty reliable method. If the day of the full moon passes, in other words, when this day ends, the door to the real world won't open again until the next full moon. We don't know how much longer Himeno-chan can last, so I think we should get out of here as quickly as possible. So basically, there's no time to think it over. Kinji-san nods silently. After a brief pause, he continues. Don't think of it as abandoning her, but decide based on what is most important to you. In other words, two choices have been presented to me. Just as Kinji-san says, I should decide based on what is precious to me. Alright, so we are going to stop here, but just to give you guys a little bit of an explanation. Alright, so this decides where we're going for the last two true endings. Obviously, picking one gets one true ending, picking the other one gets the other ending. And I think along those routes there's also a few bad ends, like 4 or something. So we'll hit those along the way as well. But that being said, this is about an hour, so I'm getting tired yet again. So we'll stop here for now, and 1 or 2 more videos, maybe? Depends on how long they are. Thanks for watching. Bye!